Another live. Just yes, Dom Robinson, what's happening? You're good, yeah? What are you up to? What's going on? I had to slow down the comments, you know, because they were coming like every minute and I was having trouble like reading them. Because it was too fast and I've been drinking a lot. Fucking hell. Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? That's the thing about people like Kogan, isn't it? Like, they start acting like, oh, I'm worried about you being in debt, but then he's promoting fucking William Hill. You know, and Betfred and all those fuckers. So, it's alright saying all that. Trying to act all nice and friendly and that, but I don't know if it's genuine, man. I don't know if it's genuine. Shout out to Graham Aitken. Legend Ty. Yeah, thanks for that. YB got bullied at school. Yeah, probably, that's what I mean. A lot of these guys who talk shit. I talk shit, don't I? But it's true, innit? Coogan's got bent legs. Michelle Hoare Phelps whores herself out at every fucking opportunity. The Black Critter ran off to Spain when I wanted to confront him. So these things that I say are true, aren't they? You know what I mean? Nicola Adams is a black lesbian. It's just a fact, innit? It's not like I'm trolling. I'm just talking facts. But this little YB bitch, do you think he'd say that to Tyson Fury? That he's Tyson Fury? He wouldn't, would he? Yes, Kachina Disciple, thanks for the super chat. Easy tie-in. I found that the YB's real name is Jonathan Pavey. Jonna Ramanathan Pavey. Clowns in the camp, status of a plum. Yeah, fucking clown, innit? Clown shit, man. Ty, give me a shout out. I'm skint and I can't afford a super chat. The cheapest amount is like £1, innit, that you can donate, so you can afford it, man. But I'm not asking you for money. I'm not doing this for money, even though I do want money, because like they say that every man, you know, when he reaches a certain age, he hits his sexual peak. And I think I'm at my sexual peak. So money helps. It does. It fucking helps. You know what I mean? It fucking helps big time, man. You know, if you got like £10, you can get a nice fucking blowjob. You know, in Sheffield off some dirty fucking heroin addict. So every little helps, don't it? So just give me £1, innit? Can you confront Joshua again, but for his superior black race comments? You know, when I fucking went to Joshua's gym and he came up to me and he said to me, what did you say about me in your videos? This was just before the Ruiz rematch. He was in like training camp. He was about 4 weeks away from the fight. So he's obviously fucking angry, innit? And he had his bandages on and he had his fists, you know, clenched like that. You know, when I was stood in front of him, you know, like Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, you know, when they did their little head-to-head. But me and Joshua were a bit closer than that. And Joshua had his fist clenched like that. But I didn't give a fuck, you know, it's a win-win, innit? Because if he throws a punch at me and I manage to like slip like that and then throw a left hook and right hand and I knock him out, that means I've knocked out the world heavyweight champion. But you know, if he hits me and fucking puts me in a fucking wheelchair like Gerald McLennan I'll get compensation, but then I'm in a wheelchair. That's not a good example because Gerald McLennan's fucked up for life. But just say if Joshua like hit me, you know, and knocked me down, I would have got about probably 200 grand, you know, compensation. So it's a win-win, innit? And I would have got a lot of publicity. So, you know, this fucking channel, it would go up, you know, in terms of subscribers and fucking posse and views. Yeah. When was the last time you brushed your tongue, Tyan? This morning. I brushed my tongue in it because, like, this woman, I used to be on this dating app, and this woman came round here and she was like a dental hygienist. And she said that most of the germs are on the tongue. So if you brush your teeth and that's it, yeah, it's all well and good, innit? But you have to brush the tongue because that's where the germs are. So, like, you have to fucking, that's where the bacteria is. And bacteria stinks because they like release gases. So, you know, Heavy D, I think he's been decomposing now for about 3 months, so he'll probably stink. You know, because of the bacteria that's all over him and that. So it's the same with the tongue. You get the fucking bacteria there and your fucking mouth's gonna stink. The YB said that you're part of the Schiller gang, MTK, Daniel Kinahan, El Chapo gang. Why would that be in the gang when I've dissed them and I've called them drug pushers? Do you know how many people from MTK Global like message me saying, can you stop talking about MTK in that way? Because, you know, they're fucking, you don't want those kind of people turning up at your door. That's what Baby Ting said to me. You know, when I did a video saying that Kogan, you know, he's getting all that fucking drug money, you know, from those MTK Global drug pushers. You know, Baby Ting, he like sent me a little message saying, mate, do me a favor, just delete that video because you don't want those fucking people knocking on your door. And that's pretty much what Billy Joe Saunders said as well. He advised me not to go in on those fucking MTK Global, Daniel El Chapahan fuckers. So why would I work for them? Why would they give me money to talk like this? You know what? You know MTK Global, they've got a gym, you know, in Marbella. And I'd love to go there because I'd love to go like to Marbella, yeah, and like drink and fuck a load of dirty slags, you know, and take drugs. But also train at that boxing gym that they've got. Because that's what I do now, I drink. But I also train, you know, the Ingle gym and a little gym called JD Sports Gym. So I mix it up, I have a little drink, but I also train as well. So I'd love to go to that fucking MTK Global Gym in Marbella and get drunk at night, probably take drugs, snort cocaine like Ricky Hatton and Tyson Fury, and fuck some dirty slags on the beach in Marbella and live the fucking life. And then in the day go to the boxing gym and work out and sweat it out and sweat out all the fucking alcohol and the drugs. That's what I'd like to do, but I can't go there, can I? Because, you know, if I went to that fucking MTK Global Boxing Gym in Marbella, I'll probably get shot like Jamie Moore. Because if I took a few little photos of me in the gym and me in Marbella, You know, fucking bent legs, Coogan. He'd probably send a little message, wouldn't he, to fucking Daniel Kinahan, saying, oh, he's in Marbella, you know. Oh, he's in Marbella. Go and shoot him like you did fucking Jamie Moore. So why would I be a fucking part of that when I know that they fucking probably want to murder me? Stop fucking being stupid and get on camera, YB, if you want to fucking get some smoke. What's going on in the comments? Everyone all good, yeah? Yeah, Tyan, answer your phone when it rings. Who's this? Tyan, answer your phone. You know what? A lot of people ring me, you know, on Instagram, and I don't know who they are, and it's just weird, isn't it? You know, and people who you don't even know, like, ring you. And you, like, look at your phone, and you just see a name, and you're like, who the fuck is that? And you're like, who is it? Like, what? Like, what do you want? Like, what? Why are you ringing me? I don't even know who you are. It's weird, isn't it? It's like when, imagine if I went up to someone in the streets who I don't know, just some random man, and I said to them, hello, how you doing? You alright, yeah? Are you having a good day? Yeah, what have you got planned for this weekend? You know, he's going to look at me like, who the fuck are you? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you talking to me? Why are you fucking coming up to me asking me what I'm doing with my day and what I'm doing on the weekend? Like, who the fuck are you? But it's the same when people ring me on Instagram and Facebook. You know, when I see like a random name, I think, who the fuck is this? I don't know you. Fucking, I don't know. So it's alright saying, oh, answer your phone when somebody who you don't even know rings you. Why would I? I don't know you, do I? I like this little YouTube live, you know, where people are commenting and that. That's a bit different, isn't it? Because people are actually saying something. Coogan murdered the notorious B.I.G. You know, things like that. That's what someone just said, didn't they? But when someone's ringing you, it's a bit different, isn't it? You don't know them, do you? It's like me going up to a random man in the streets and saying, hello, what have you got planned for this evening? What are your plans for the weekend? I don't know him. You don't know me, so it's weird, isn't it? It's fucking weird, man. Shout out to Gypsy King. What happened to Prince Patel? I don't know. It was like a fall from grace on it. It was like he came on the scene slagging off Barry Jones and Coogan, saying that Coogan's fucking a letdown to the Indian race. And Prince Patel said that women go to his fights to give him a blowjob. And he's got a fucking 9-inch cock. So he kind of burst onto the scene. And you know, when I went to the boxing gym, the Ingle gym in Sheffield, people were talking about Prince Patel. Even though he was a little nobody and hadn't won a fucking area title. People were still talking about him, weren't they? But then obviously Coogan said that he's going to cave his head in. And obviously Prince Patel's like 4 stone. And Coogan, he's got about a 15 stone weight advantage. So Patel, he kind of pussied out, and then he went on that Heavy D's little shit YouTube channel, you know, and apologised to Coogan and Barry Jones. You know, and then he's kind of like lost his appeal on it. He should have kept trolling Coogan. He should have kept trolling him, you know, all this Mr. Nice Guy shit, it's no good. It's like when Coogan did that podcast, that 2-hour podcast with that fucking MTK Global co-founder, Marvin Herbert, you know, with the glass eye. And that fucking Marvin, he was like praising Coogan, saying, yeah, you've done really well, you've come a long way, you know, you're fucking doing really well, you're setting the path, you know, you're doing really well, you're inspiring other YouTubers, and you've lost a load of weight, and you're an ambassador, and you're great, and you're brilliant. No one wants to hear that shit. People want to hear people slagging off Coogan's bent legs, and he's fucking pouting. Look at that. Look at that fucking photo there with him pouting. Who was that? What fucking man in their 30s pouts like that? With fucking bent legs. And robbing James Helder. You know, and shortchanging him. Did I tell you that James Helder and me, we went on a night out, innit? And James Helder, I could tell there was a bit of bitterness, you know, for Coogan. He never mentioned Coogan's name. He just referred to Coogan as that guy. So I'd say to him, like, who got the MTK Global sponsorship deal? Was it you or was it Coogan? And he'd say, oh, it was that guy, you know, it was that guy. In fact, that's not a good example, because I think James told me that he got the MTK Global sponsorship deal. But just in general, like, if I said to him, who interviewed Dillian Whyte first, you or Coogan? He'd say, oh, that guy, it was that guy. He never ever mentioned Coogan's name. So it suggests that there's a bit of fucking bitterness there, don't it? And I said to him, like, just tell me what happened, man. Fucking what happened? Just tell me what happened. It's almost like I wasn't begging him to reveal what happened, because I didn't want to like pressure him too much, because I was just out. We was out and about in town drinking, you know, and that was like my intention, you know, to just go out, get drunk, have a little chat with James, you know, try and pick up a couple of drunken slags, you know, bring them back here and just go all out on their fucking cunts. That was my aim. And I felt like, you know, if I kept pressing James Helder for information on why him and Coogan kind of separated, and did Coogan rob you, I felt like it would have fucked up the night. So I just kind of I was like, well, okay, whatever. But I could sense there was a bit of bitterness towards Coogan. You know, this title of this video, I think it's about Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, but I haven't mentioned them at all, I don't think, in this video. It's all clickbait, innit? It's just clickbait. It's like, whatever, I don't care. I just don't give a fuck. I admit that I'm a clickbaiter. You know what I mean? I admit that I'm in this for fucking money and pussy. I'm not in this to try and be a top YouTube boxing journalist. I don't give a fuck. I just watched Coogan's interview, his press conference with Josh Taylor, the undisputed world champion, and it was fucking absolute garbage. It was trash. It was nothing interesting at all, and I was just like sitting there watching, thinking, I can't be doing with this. So I don't really care, you know what I mean? I'm going to try and turn this channel into like a non-boxing channel. I don't know if I'm going to turn this channel into a non-boxing one, but I'm probably going to set up another one. You know, just talk random shit, do like Q&As with whatever. Right, I'm gonna wrap this up. It's kind of dying, innit? There's like 360 people watching. It's a bit late though, innit? It's like 1:15 in the morning. So this is my second live of the evening. Try and bang out as many fucking videos as possible. I'm doing a podcast as well. I'm going to see a psychic. You know what I mean? There's a YouTube boxing channel that I've done videos on before. I think it's called Boxing News TV, and next week we're going to see a psychic. You know, one of those fucking devil worshippers. So we're going to go and see one of them. We're going to record it. We're going to talk to this fucking devil worshipper. You know, and have a few drinks and... don't know. It's a bit different, isn't it? You start your lives too late, Ty. I know. I know what you mean. But it's just like whatever, innit? There was a football game on today, weren't there? 9 o'clock, finished at about 10:30, so I just thought whatever. Because like people can still watch the lives, you know, the next day, because they're saved on my channel. It's not like they disappear after this, you know, they're live. I mean, they're on my channel, so people can still watch them, can't they? It's more content, innit? Like I say, I'm going to see a psychic next week. Gypsy King. Do you think Malik Scott will bring something new out of Deontay Wilder against Tyson Fury? No, I don't, you know, he ain't got anything to him. He's just got a right hand on it, and that's it. So, I don't know, it's alright doing all this twerking and all this dancing with Malik Scott and putting the headphones on, being all quiet and not answering any fucking questions at the press conference, but he'll get fucked up again. You know, Tyson Fury said to Malik Scott, I busted up your eardrum. And I busted up Deontay Wilder's eardrum, so there's nothing you can say to him, you know, that's gonna fucking help him in this fight. But I don't know about that, because like, it's like Chris Eubank Sr., you know, and fucking Penfold, you know, and Eubank Sr. said to Penfold, what have you done as a professional? You know, and Eubank Jr. was fighting one of Penfold's fighters. Well, that don't really matter, does it? Because who trained Eubank Sr., Ronnie Davis? Like, who was he? Like, what did he achieve? What did Kawasaki's dad achieve in boxing? So, you know, Tyson Fury fucking up fucking Malik Scott's eardrum. I don't think it's a big deal. It don't really matter. Like I said before, fucking Brendan Ingle was a shit boxer. But he became a brilliant trainer, you know what I mean? So he trained Johnny Nelson, Nassim Ahmed from Little Kids, Ryan Rhodes, Kell Brook, you know what I mean? Junior Witter. So says it all, don't it? Who is Boxer Size Ben produced from a little kid? It's alright taking Tyson Fury on the pads when he's already a world champ. And Billy Joe Saunders. And fucking Josh Taylor, who was trained by Barry McGuigan's son, Shane McGuigan. But who have you produced, Boxer Size Ben? You know what I mean? Who have you produced, fucking Penfold, Dave Caldwell? Who have you produced from a little kid? You haven't produced anybody, have you? So don't start acting like you're some big time trainer. Brendan Ingle is on the level of a Cos Tomato. You know what I mean? I used to sit in saunas with Brendan, you know, and he used to talk to me about all these fucking fighters like Harold Graham. You know, he schooled Chris Eubank Sr., you know, in sparring. And Eubank Sr. was like, he's not sparring properly. He's not standing here and having a fight. He's moving around. He's not sparring properly. I'm getting out of the ring, you know, and he fucking climbed out of the ring. I think that was against Johnny Nelson. So yeah, that's an interesting little story, innit? Chris Eubank Sr., English, went to the Ingle Gym in Sheffield to spar with Johnny Nelson and Harold Graham. And he couldn't land a punch on him, Chris Eubank. Just like our Eubank Jr. couldn't land a punch on me until I fucking ran out of steam in the last fucking 2 minutes of the fight. And I fucked up. But that's what Johnny Nelson was doing to Chris Eubank Sr. He was like making him miss, you know what I mean? And Chris Eubank Sr., he started to get upset. And he climbed out the ring, saying he's not sparring properly. That's an interesting story, isn't it? Really interesting, that. And someone told me who was like in the gym when Nas was in the gym, when Nas was about 15. There was somebody who is like an old school spit bucket carrier, you know, who carried the spit bucket for Nas. And he said that, you know, Nas, when he was like 14, he sparred with this guy who was like a 22-year-old British champ. And this British champ, who was 22 years old when Nas was about 14, this 22-year-old British champ was preparing for a European title fight. And Nas was still an amateur at this time. And this 22-year-old British champ who was getting ready to fight for a European title, he sparred with Nas, you know, and Nas fucked him up. Like, smacked him up, even though Nas was only like 14 years old. Bearing in mind, Nas started at the age of 7. So 7 to 14, that's like 7 years, innit? 7 years of sparring with Harold Graham, who was really elusive, you know, moving from side to side, really hard to hit. You know, schooling Julian Jackson before Julian Jackson knocked him out. Harold Graham was really slick, wasn't he? So that's who Nas was sparring with from the age of 7. And Nas sparred with this fucking 22-year-old British champ. And Nas fucked him up, even though Nas was only like 14. And this guy who he fucked up, he didn't box again. You know, he was sat in the changing rooms at the Ingle gym with his fucking head in his hands, bleeding, distraught, destroyed mentally. You know, like Deontay Wilder wearing those fucking headphones. Trying to stop Tyson Fury from getting into his head. You know, it's a psychological game in it, boxing. And you know, cost tomato. Mike Tyson said on his interview with Joe Rogan that Cost Tomato used to brainwash Tyson, you know, and tell him, you're the best heavyweight of all time, you're better than Ali, you're not fucking ugly, even though you think you're ugly and these women aren't interested in you. When you become the greatest heavyweight of all time, these fucking bitches are going to be all over you. That's what Cost Tomato said to Mike Tyson. And when Mike Tyson fucked up Trevor Berbick and he made millions and millions of pounds, all these fucking bitches, these dirty gold digging whores, they were all over Mike Tyson, you know, accusing him of rape. You know, trying to get that fucking bag. So they could pack in their little 9-to-5 shit jobs in fucking Tesco's or Walmart, whatever the Tesco's equivalent is in America. Walmart. You know, these bitches, they accused Mike Tyson of rape, didn't they? So yeah, Cost Tomato, he was right, wasn't he? Yeah, shout out to G-Man Boxing, he's always here, innit? Shout out to G-Man, big up Tyan, late one tonight. Are Coogan's legs still as straight as the back roads? Yeah, he's fucking disabled, innit, Coogan? He's did you see that video of Coogan like trying to hook his daughter up, his 2-month-old daughter? He was trying to set her up with Conor Benn's son, who was about 2 months old as well. You know, Coogan, he was like trying to force his little 2-month-old daughter, you know, onto Conor Benn's son. It's a bit perverted, isn't it? That's what he's about, though, isn't he? Did you see that video? Coogan was trying to force his little daughter, you know, to have sex with Conor Benn's son. You know what I mean? He was trying to like force them together, wasn't he? Trying to... Pussy and views, man. Pussy and views. Shall I wrap this shit up? wrap it up. Let me get a few more questions in here. Did I tell you that Coogan was on a podcast, and, you know, and he said when he was a kid and he went to a swimming pool, someone tried to like force his head underwater. You know, a couple of little racist white kids, they tried to force his head underwater, saying die, die, die. You know, and they chucked in the P word, you know, to be racist towards Asians. They chucked in the fucking P word. So it kind of fucking... Shout out to Uncle Burnt apostrophe for the £5 super chat. Alright, Ty, any fights you're looking forward to? Not really. Not really. Joshua Usyk, I'm going to watch it, but I'm not really looking forward to it. Like, really, really looking forward to it. I think Joshua will fuck him up. If he struggled with Cesaro, you know, he's going to fucking struggle with Joshua, innit? I think Joshua will fuck him up. Who else? Tyson against Beyonce. I think we've seen it all before. I don't think there's anything new from Beyonce Wilder. You know, Malik Scott, like, they're both dancing, aren't they? You know, dancing on the pads and that, doing a load of twerking and all that shit. Yeah, it's alright doing that. But I don't know, it's not going to help him. He'll get fucked up again. So, yeah. What happened to Billy Joe Surrenders? I don't know. I don't know what happened to him. He should just fuck it off, you know what I mean? Like, just fucking pack it in, man. You've won a world title, you've secured the bag. How much did he get for Canelo? The Canelo fight. He got interviewed by Michelle Hall Phelps, and he's referred to me as Tyrone Booth, didn't it? So you know that money, it's kind of got to him, man. It's really fucking got to his mind, man. That fucking Canelo payday. He forgot my name, man. So yeah, just get the money, get out. Fucking don't end up blind like Gerald McLennan. Tom Saunders with the red vest. It's kind of up to him, innit? Billy Joe Saunders said it's up to fucking his dad, Tom Saunders, with the red vest. You know, to decide whether he's going to retire or not. Hannah Elizabeth, where is she now? That's a good question, you know. You know that woman in the photo with Coogan? This is what I mean. You know, women, like, they've got like a short time span, you know, to really seize the moment. But you know, when they get to like 35, 40, they start to lose their sexual appeal. And like, you know, when they're in their 20s and they're young and they haven't got any kids and they're fresh and they go out to clubs. I used to work in a club and I used to see little 20-year-old women walking into the club, you know, in their little fancy outfit. And men would talk to them. And the women would look at the men like, get away from me. Get away, just get away. Oh, get away. You know, you're not on my level. Fuck off, you're not on my level. You know what I mean? You know, these women who were like that, these little 20-year-old women, you know, they've been watching too much of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And they've been watching Kim Kardashian acting like a diva, you know, in these programs, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. But what these fucking women need to remember is that Kim Kardashian has just recently broke into the billionaire list. And she's got millions and millions of followers on Instagram and Twitter. And she's a little celebrity, isn't she, Kim Kardashian? But you know these little women who go to these little dirty nightclubs in their little outfits, trying to act like divas, you know, because they've just watched Keeping Up with the Kardashians. You're not a fucking diva. You're not a billionaire. You ain't got millions and millions of followers on Instagram. So it's all right you walking around the club in your little outfit, you know, looking at men like, get away from me. You're not a fucking diva. You're not a celebrity like Kim Kardashian. So, you know, these women, you know, when they get to like about 35, they start to lose their sexual value. You know, when they get older and they start to kind of like lose their looks and they start to have a load of kids and they start to become wrinkly and saggy and stretched out, and they got loads of fucking kids and they got loads of baby fathers on the scene. They start to look back at their younger age, you know, when they used to fucking turn their noses up at men, and they start to fucking wish they could turn back the time, man. You know, when they become like desperate rejects on dating apps, you know, with like 4 kids to like 4 different men. That's what I'm saying, man. It's like Brendan Ingle used to say to us, you have to be nice to people on your way up because you'll meet them on your way down. And I think he was referring to Nas, because when Nas was a little nobody, he was probably nice and friendly and shown Brendan that respect. But then when he started to come down, you know, and he retired and he became a fat cunt, Nas, he went up to Brendan at a boxing show and started trying to hug him. And Brendan said, fuck off. The fuck off. Get away from me. You know what I mean? Shout out to Prav for the £5 super chat. Your message is retracted. What did you say? What did you say? Your message has been deleted. Tyne, have you got any weed? No, I ain't got any weed, you know. Just alcohol today. I'm trying to cut back on the weed, you know. Because like when I was a kid, my mom, she used to smoke weed. And she still does. And my mom was always broke, you know, because she was spending about £90 a week on weed and cigarettes. And, you know, anytime somebody knocked at the door, my mum would say, don't answer the door, it might be the bailiffs. So my mum was always broke, you know, and worried about the bailiffs, you know, coming, knocking on our door to take our TV away. So that kind of put me off weed, innit? You know, seeing how much money my mum spent on weed. And seeing her fucking scared of the bailiffs. So I never got into it. Like this bottle here, yeah. You know, this fucking bottle here, this is like £5. So, you know, I've had 2 bottles of this today. So that's £10. So if I do that twice a week, it's 20 quid. So it's nothing, is it? My mum used to spend like £80, £90 a week on weed and cigarettes. So I don't really want to fucking get into it. I'd rather invest in like cryptocurrency or buy shares in Amazon, Google, Apple. Yes. Right, let me read a few more questions and then someone says, my message was you're a legend and thanks for the hours of laughter. R.I.P. Hagler. Yeah, come on. People aren't bothered anymore that he's dead, are they? They don't give a fuck. They don't care, man. They don't give a fuck. It's like Kirtland Lang, you know, falling off the balcony and being homeless, and people are saying, like, I did a live about 2 weeks ago and people were saying R.I.P. Kirtland Lang, but you didn't go and fucking go up to him when he was alive, did you? And give him a sandwich, give him a little drink. The Boxing News magazine have put him on the front cover in their latest edition, saying the fucking chosen one or the golden one or the whatever, the gifted one, you know, because he beat Roberto Duran. But it's alright saying that now, innit? Why didn't you fucking put that on your magazine when he was alive so he could have seen it and it would have given him a bit of an ego boost? When he was fucking homeless and falling off balconies and he was a drug addict. So I don't want to hear any shit from the boxing news about the gifted one putting him on the front page. They're just trying to make a bit of cash, aren't they? They don't give a fuck about him. Hey Tyan, what are your thoughts on Dave Allen's comeback? You know, if I was like a hardcore boxing fan, I'd probably be interested, but I'm just not interested. I don't know, we've heard Dave Allen saying he's retiring in the past and then he's coming back and then he's retiring and then he's coming back and he's, you know what I mean, it's like whatever, innit? I don't care about boxing enough to like care about Dave Allen's comeback. I like him, but I don't give a fuck. Boxing has got to be like really, really interesting, you know, to catch my imagination and my interest. Joshua's got to fight Fury. Errol Spencer's got to fight fucking Pacquiao or Terence Crawford. You know what I mean? But anything else outside of that, I don't give a fuck. YouTube suggested a Lucas Brown interview today, but come on, man. Why are you fucking recommending that I watch a Lucas Brown interview on YouTube? You think I ain't got anything fucking better to do than watch a Lucas Brown interview on YouTube? I ain't got time for that. I ain't got fucking time for it. YouTube also recommended a Fabio Wardley interview with one of those IFL fuckers. And the title of the video was something like Dillian Whyte versus Deontay Wilder. Why not? You know, as if to say, yeah, why not? Let's see it, let's see it. But we was talking about this fucking ages ago. So why are you talking about it now? I don't understand. We was talking about this fucking ages ago and it didn't happen, did it? So why talk about it now? You know, those IFL fuckers. You know, putting that in the fucking title to try and get pussy and views out of it. It's kind of desperate, isn't it? It's fucking old news, isn't it? Dillian Whyte against fucking Deontay Wilder. We was talking about that ages ago. So why talk about it now in the video? Like, why? Why try and milk views out of it? Clickbait, innit? YB is your daddy. You know this YB bitch. His videos are trash. He's hiding behind photos. He's calling Tyson Fury Tyson Fury. You know, he's a coward, isn't he? Do you think he'd call Billy Joe Saunders Billy Ho Saunders to his face? He wouldn't. He wouldn't. Because you know that little bitch in the comments saying YB is your daddy. No one's ever come up to me in the streets and said that kind of shit to me. And I'm not even like a fucking world champion boxer. I was a little dosser in boxing. And no one's ever said anything to me in person. So this YB bitch, he wouldn't go up to fucking Billy Joe Saunders and call him Billy Ho Saunders to his face, would he? So it's alright doing it on YouTube, but it's a bit cowardly, isn't it? It's a bit cowardly, man. I was stood in front of Joshua's face saying, what? What? Like, what? What did I say about you? What? What's the problem? What's the issue? And he fucking didn't do anything, did he? He could see in my eyes that I was in no mood for any fucking messing around. And then he started to fucking retreat. You know, it's alright having a go at gardeners, innit? Calling them a bunch of pussies, but you know what I mean? You had every fucking chance to like do something to me, but you didn't, did you? I was stood in front of you. So it's alright fucking acting all tough at dissing gardeners. You know, acting all hard when there's a referee and a few little judges and fucking Robert McCracken giving you a bit of water and all that. But when I was stood in front of you, you didn't really do anything, you know what I mean? So it's alright having a go at gardeners, calling them a bunch of pussies, but less talk, more action, innit? You didn't fucking do anything. And then like a week later, you started sending me like legal letters saying, oh, if you keep saying this, you know, you're gonna face legal action. Yeah, I'm gonna threaten you with the fucking police and the courts. Come on, man. Why are you snitching? Why are you running to the fucking courts and the police and the fucking judges and the magistrates and the fucking jury? I was stood in front of you. And you didn't fucking do anything about it, did you? So don't fucking try and threaten me with the fucking police and the courts and the magistrates and all these little legal letters that you sent me. But this fucking YB bitch and Joshua sending me little legal letters and fucking Coogan telling me to be safe and all that cowardly fucking talk. Bitch moving it. Yeah, I've enjoyed this. I've enjoyed it. It's like therapy, you know, having to go at YB and Coogan and fucking Joshua and all these other fucking muppets in boxing. Who else? Michelle Hall Phelps, the Black Critter. It's like therapy for me, you know, dissing these fucking muppets in boxing. I really like it. It's like therapy, you know what I mean? Shout out to the viewers and the subscribers and the people who have donated. Yeah, thanks for that. I need a piss in it, so I'm going to wrap it up, but I'll see you again soon, yeah? Thanks for watching, subscribing, donating, you know, getting involved, commenting and all that. It's nice, a nice little vibe in it, nice little vibe, man. Therapy, just money. I'm nearly a millionaire, you know. Did I tell you? I'm nearly at that fucking million mark, you know, from the ad revenue and the Patreon and the merch. And I'm not trying to show off, by the way. I'm trying to fucking encourage people to get out of their fucking dead end 9-to-5 jobs that they're in, that I used to be myself when I used to work at Amazon warehouse for 12 hours at night, putting boxes on top of other boxes for 12 hours. Having to ask the supervisor if I can go to the toilet. And having to ask if I can go on a little break so I can eat my little sandwiches. That's what I had to fucking do until I started getting into this YouTube shit. So you know all you fucking people who keep messaging me every minute saying, yeah, I'm thinking about setting up a YouTube channel. Just set up the fucking channel, man. And stop talking about it, man. Let's talk more action. Get out of Amazon. Those dead-end warehouse jobs. Putting boxes on top of other boxes. Having to ask your supervisor if you can go to the toilet. Just set up a channel and just stop fucking talking about it, man. It's easy money, innit? I'm nearly a fucking millionaire, man. And I'm not saying it to show off. I'm saying it to try and encourage people, you know, to fucking try and go down the same path and get out of your Amazon jobs. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap this shit up, you know. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, yeah? Have a good one, everybody. Set up a channel, man. Get out of Amazon. Just fucking get out of there, man. Get out of there. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. I've read some of these comments and they're quite funny. So, you know, if you do a video and you start talking like how you're talking in the comments, you can make money. You can get ad revenue. You can get paid from a subscription page like Patreon, which I'm on. Shout out to the subscribers. You can sell shit merch. Kogan, he's got his little Everlast deal on it. He's getting money from MTK Global. He's getting cash in hand, you know, because they want to try and get rid of money quickly before they get raided by the police. So you can fucking do it as well, man. Get out of fucking Amazon. And pay for sex. And stop talking to these women on Tinder because they're not going to meet up with you. They're just trying to get compliments off you so they can give themselves a little ego boost. Because they're trying to compare themselves with these Instagram models who are getting millions of likes and followers. So average women, they look at these little models and they see that they're only getting like 20 likes. There's a woman who used to like beg me to like her pictures, you know. Some fucking stupid woman used to like beg me. She'd like message me on Instagram saying, "Why didn't you like the photo that I put on Instagram yesterday?" You know what I mean? And I'd have to fucking go onto her profile and like her picture, you know, to give her a bit of a fucking ego boost. So they're trying to compete with the Kardashians, aren't they? But the Kardashians are billionaires, you know, they've got millions and millions of followers. So you're not going to get to that level, these women on Tinder. So just, you men, stop wanking and talking to these fucking women on these dating apps. You're not going to meet them, you're not going to fuck them. So just fucking get the bag, set up a YouTube channel. Become a fucking millionaire like I nearly am. Fucking Coogan trying to hold me back. Trying to get me shut down. It didn't work, did it? I've nearly secured the bag despite your little efforts to try and get me shut down. Telling me to fucking be safe. It didn't fucking work, did it? I've made thousands and thousands of pounds on the back of you telling me to fucking be safe from selling merch. So I'm nearly at 1 million. I got 2 grand for boxing Eubank. Eubank nearly fucking killed Nick Blackwell. And Nick Blackwell still hasn't recovered. He's still fucked up and he's only about 30 years old. So brain damage kicks in when you're in your 40s and your 50s. So you know when Nick Blackwell's in his 40s, his 50s, he's going to be a fucking mess. And I'm not happy about it. I'm just trying to make the point that it's alright boxing and being a British champ and holding up a little belt, a little British title belt that Nick Blackwell had. Holding up a little belt on Instagram and getting a few little likes. But it's all about the bag, innit? Mayweather said it the other day. You know, after he beat Logan Paul and people was dissing him. Saying, wow, you beat up a little YouTuber who's 0-1. And Mayweather was like, yeah, but it's alright saying legend and all this, but if you're broke, like Tommy Earns, and you're stuttering and you're slurring your words, and I've fucking got more money than him, and I was a little dosser in boxing. And I haven't got brain damage. I used to body spar with Johnny Nelson and Kell Brook and Kid Galahad and Junior Witter. I used to body spar like every day. I hardly took any punches. You know what I mean? I sparred with, like, Dominic Ingle used to get me to spar with Kell Brook to the head when he fought a guy called Senchenko. And Kell, like, sparring means nothing. It's all about what you do in a real fight. But Kel couldn't land a punch on me in head sparring. So I hardly took a punch in my boxing career. Chris Eubank only had a bit of success when I was exhausted. I was fucking exhausted because I slept in at 4 days. But you know, Tommy Hearns being an 8-weight world champion and having a load of belts, it don't really mean anything, man. Just get the fucking bag and just set up a YouTube channel and stop fucking talking about setting up a channel and just do it. And make nearly £1 fucking million as well. Get out of Amazon. Fucking get out of Amazon, man. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up. It's been good, man. This is like therapy for me. Thanks to the people for watching and all that, subscribing and yeah. All right, let me read this last question, this last comment, yeah, because this guy's trying to get a bit cocky here and I can't fucking leave it till I fucking read this shit. Some guys commented saying, I've got a new t-shirt merch idea. I'm a millionaire and depressed. So he's basically talking about me, and he's saying I'm depressed. I'm not fucking depressed. I'm just saying to you, there's easier ways to make money than fucking working in a warehouse, Amazon for 12 hours at night, which I used to do. Having to ask the manager if I can go to the toilet and if I can have a little break so I can eat my little sandwiches. There's fucking more to it than that. I'm trying to talk to people who keep messaging me every day saying, I'm thinking about setting up a YouTube channel like Joe Rogan. Just fucking do it then. Why are you talking about it? Less talk, more action. Everyone's got a phone with a camera on it and a YouTube app. So just fucking do it. And just stop talking shit, man. I failed a test, a drug test for Amazon. I know, I did as well. I failed the test because I had a bit of weed. You know, when I used to work for Amazon, like just before I started working for them. So I had to apply like about 3 months later. I remember that. I failed a test, but so what? You failing a test for Amazon and not getting the job, it could be a blessing because you don't want to work there. You don't want to work there. You want to get on YouTube. Coogan, he's fucking putting up videos every minute. You know him and those IFL fuckers. Are they anything special? Are they anything amazing? I just watched Coogan's fucking press conference with Josh Taylor. And Coogan was like, yeah. What's it like to be an undisputed champion? Yeah. Joshua Taylor's fiance, what's it like to stick with him and and be with him when everyone else was doubting him and yeah, blah, blah, fucking bent legs. He's not really that talented. He's not anything special or amazing. You know what I mean? He's not. You can do it. If fucking bent legs can do it, you can fucking do it as well. I didn't even win an area title in boxing. I used to work at Amazon, begging the manager if I can go on a break to have a little sandwich. You know, and now I'm at that fucking point where it's easy money. It's fucking easy money, man. So yeah, stay positive. Stay positive. Keep going. Get the bag. Get the fucking bag. Yeah, man. Get out of Amazon, yeah? Yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for watching, yeah? Be safe, everybody. Be safe.